I'm a goddamn American. I'm a goddamn red-blooded American. That is my right. The tree of tyranny must be watered with the blood of tyrants. Is it whatever, however it goes. The tree of liberty must be watered with the blood of tyrants every now and then, okay? Shut the fuck up.
Would you tell that joke about Donald Trump?
Again, yes, I would.
Then do it. I mean, you know, again, the simplest answer, in my opinion, is most often the correct one. The reason why people like Hassan get unbanned very quickly and they don't get punished as much as other people do. And again, like, if they're acknowledging that he did this.
If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott.
Twitch's moderation and Twitch's team, I think, is compromised. I think that they're biased, and I think that they don't have any principles at all other than responding to controversies. Other than that, they won't.
I think Asmongold is
he made a whole video about this. There were like a couple of things that he brought up about me. Another big issue that a lot of these people have is that they think that the reason that they get banned and the reason that they get in trouble is because of somebody else, right? It's like, it's my fault. It's Ethan's fault. The fact is that sometimes people are just victims of their own bad decision making, right?
I think Asmongold is covering this because he wants Twitch to see it. He's done this a couple times in the past couple of weeks. I understand. We are ideological.
I think that that is partially true. And I think that Hassan should look at the bigger picture and see the problem of allowing extremism on the website and how dangerous that's going to be for the website as a whole. My opinion is that if they don't tone down extremism, what will happen eventually is that there will be an extremist event. That extremist event will cause Twitch to tighten up their policies and remove content that both he and I do. And if he can't see that writing on the wall, I think that he should pay better attention.
Asmongold and I disagree vehemently on a lot of issues, all the way from the history of Nazi Germany down to the fact that immigrants are not actually contributing to the American crime rates in the way that the Republican administration presents it.
In the way that they present it, but they are contributing to crime rates because they're here illegally. And also, it's not immigrants, it is illegal aliens, which are two different things. This is, again, it's a deliberate misunderstanding, a deliberate misinterpretation. Same as we disagree about the history of Nazi Germany, the implication of that, right? A lot of implications here. We love implications.
They're not destroying our culture in the way that Asmongold approaches the subject matter.
I've never said it that way, by the way.
There's plenty of disagreements there, and I think that he's doing this deliberately, I will say, in an effort to, you know, shit stir.
Well, every video that I make and everything that you show on your stream, including this here, is done deliberately. Obviously, that's the case.
Try to get me banned, which worked.
The clip's too short. Maybe it's out of context. I hope so. I definitely do. Hopefully it's out of context.
Now, once he said this, does Asmongold go back and seek out the context? No, he doesn't. Instead, he follows through, basically packaging this as a... If you cared about Medicare or Medicaid fraud...
This is, by the way, the clip of me watching the context.
You would kill Rick Scott is because, and not make him a prominent part of the Republican Party, is because he, to this day, is still...
this is the video of me watching.
Also known as committing the largest Medicare fraud in U.S. history.
Oh, God. What are we doing? What is this, bro? Are you kidding me? So the context makes it worse.
It's disappointing to see him. You know, I did look at the context. There's a video of me looking at the context. The context makes it worse. I don't know what he's doing. Would you tell that joke about Donald Trump?
I think people would tell way crazier jokes about Donald Trump. And people have told way crazier jokes about Donald Trump.
He's right. People, but not you. And there's a reason for that. And you know that reason. Everybody knows that reason. And that reason is why you got in trouble. You're absolutely right that, yes, there are other people on the internet that say crazy stuff too. That's absolutely true. I think he's right. And again, you don't actually think this isn't a call to violence. What you think is that it's not a big deal.
My statement was hyperbolic.
And also, did he ever delete that tweet, the makeshift gun that they used to kill Shinzo Abe? Twitter made him delete it. Right, okay, so it's a pattern of behavior.
But the intention of it was not a call to violence directly against a sitting senator, but instead was to show the...
That's good, but it did sound like that. It sounded exactly like a call to violence. Like, if you read the chat after that, I would say that a lot of people were probably thinking the exact same thing. That's what they were typing in his chat at the same time.
The hypocrisy of the Republican Party in terms of how little they truly care about Medicare and Medicaid fraud, because that happens at the point of the provider
He brings up a great point, and I think he's right about this. But the issue is that you're muddying the waters and you're damaging your own argument, and you're making yourself seem like an extremist when you're calling for killing people, when you actually have fundamentally a strong argument and a good policy position. And the ironic thing about this is that I remember I saw Hassan's interview with CNN, and Hassan even said, what do Democrats need to do to get people back? And he said, have good policies. It's about how you're communicating it in a way that's hostile.
Obviously, I shouldn't have used hyperbolic language in